Yes, a very good morning to you, boys and girls. It's Saturday, the 1st of December. We've made it through to December, gang. Saturday, the 1st of December, 2018. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from the Mirable Studios in Bracknell, Royal Berkshire. I thought I'd bring out the cloud jacket today. This is not new. I've had this a while. It's one of my favourites. The cloud jacket. Oh, yes. Watch out, it's raining, it's pouring, my love life is boring you to tears. After all these years and years and years, and there's no love life, and there probably never will be. But never mind, we can't have everything. My mum used to tell me that. You can't have everything, Christopher. So therefore I have no love. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Well, very good morning to you, boys and girls. Something has arrived in the post. It's very strange and mysterious. There is no note. It's very worrying when you get something in the post, clearly from a viewer to this very programme, boys and girls. Could be anyone. Could be the Queen has sent this incognito in appreciation of the wonderful hours of entertainment that I provide totally free of charge. Why is it free? Because let's be honest, no one's going to pay for this. No one in their right mind would ever pay to watch this, dear. That's why it's all free. Anyway, this has arrived. Look at this. Look at this. Chris Reardon. That is incidentally there. If you ever want to send anything in, a card or anything else like that, I have a great agreement. We have agreement with one of the places that I work that they will receive my post. But you're not having this address. You will be turning up here wanting something. Begging letters. Don't start sending begging letters. Do not start sending begging letters, okay? Because I will use them as toilet. But I don't want any begging letters, thank you very much. Yes, I'll give you the address. If you ever want to send anything in, whether perhaps a Christmas card, anything like that, please don't start sending packets of anthrax in through the post here. You know, if it's not to protect me, you never know. One of the dodgy postmen might open it accidentally and die on the job, and then you won't get any more letters. Don't send anthrax through the post. But look at this. Look, and I opened it, and there's no letter, no note. Now, where's it come from? One moment, please. Oh, post box. Post. It's from Entertainment Limited. It's in Southampton. From Entertainment Limited. It's from a company. But if it was from a company, you would have thought they'd sent something in so that you could order things. I don't mind promoting things. Oh, no. Very happy to do that, darling. You know, if you want to send me, if Elon... What's his name? Elon Musk? What's his name now? Elon Musk. You know, if Elon Musk is... he probably does watch this show. Everyone else, the Queen watches this. Theresa May watches this. President Trump watching this. The Russian bloke. What's his name again? President Putrid, he watches this as well. They all watch this programme. You know, and now and again you get a little comment somewhere. There's no name next to it, and you know it's from one of them, because obviously they can't be seen to be watching this. Well, it's not high. It's not what you call high. That's why I'm not on the BBC. I'm not really highbrow, am I? I'm not intelligent enough. I'm not politically correct enough to be on BBC One Colour. No. So they send little things, bits and pieces. And here it is. Look at this. It's a little kit in a little bag. Oh, I hope there's not poisonous air in here. I will open it. I haven't opened it yet. I'll open it over there. Because someone might have injected poisonous air into this bag. One moment, please. Oh, my God. What if there's something on there? It might be that, what's that called? Novichok agent or something like that? It might be the nerve agent in here. Oh, I'll take it out with an old tissue. Here is an old tissue. Just used a few moments ago, incidentally. Look at that. A nice, freshly used tissue. By the way, I may have to disappear suddenly. And I'll tell you why. I've got a stone chip in my windscreen in my car, on the front of the car. And the bloke is supposed to come between 9 and 12. They did say he would ring first, but you know what they're like. They probably just suddenly turn up and ding dong on the bell. And I'll have to go quickly, at which point I say, oh, I'm sorry, I've got to go, goodbye. And then you'll get the closing film. If that happens, I'm sorry, but I'll see you again tomorrow morning. All right, let's just remove this carefully from this possibly poisonous airbag with possible nerve... If it might have come from the Russians. It might have come from the Russians. This, oh, I don't know if I should take it out now. Oh, well, let's take it out. Hang on a minute. Let's just take, it's from come from Southampton, but hang on a minute. Isn't that where those Russian blokes were attacked with the nerve agent? Was it Oh no, that was Salisbury, isn't it? They went to look for the clock. Ha! Why on earth did they ever believe anyone was going to believe that? Why did they think anyone was ever going to believe that two people have come over from Russia as tourists to look at a clock in Salisbury? Come on, come out with... It was like watching a bad comedy programme, wasn't it? Anyway, here we are. So here we are, look. And, so, I don't know if I should touch it. Is it nerve agent on here? Hang on, what? Nope. Hello, am I still here? Yep, I'm still here. It's okay, it's clean. It's clean. It's clean. There's nothing on here. That's a good way to test things. If you're ever wondering... If there's something poisonous, or, you know, if you're going to touch something and it does, just touch it a little bit instead of fully. And then if your finger drops off, you've only lost a finger and not your life. How clever's that? Anyway, here it is. Look, and it's a keyring. Now, can you see? Oh, it's a little bit. Let's try on that one. I have many cameras in here, dear. It's a professional setup in here, dear. It's not someone sitting in front of a phone reading out messages. That's not what I do. It's a proper thing. Right, here we go. Can you see that there? How close can we get to that? I think you can, can't we? And it says Chris's Caravan Studio Keys. How fantastic is it? It's a little wooden thing, which is very good for the environment. No plastic, please. No, if you're going to send anything through the post, large gifts of any sort at all, then please don't make them plastic. Look at this wooden. Isn't that lovely? Little caravan keys, and there's a picture of a caravan on there as well. I love it. I've no idea who sent this. It's very strange and mysterious, but thank you very much for sending that. That's much appreciated, and it will indeed go on my caravan keys, which are in the car at the moment. I leave them in the car generally. Or I shouldn't have told you that. You might break into my car now and try and steal my caravan, mightn't you? Which is up in Lincolnshire. If you're new to the show, welcome along. I spent half my life in Berkshire and the other half in Lincolnshire. Today I am in Berkshire, in a place called Bracknell. And I was just saying, if Elon Musk is watching this programme, and I'm happy to promote things. Happy. If you want to send me a nice Tesla. If you want me to send a nice, promote a nice Tesla Model X, the great big one, electric, and also incidentally, you'll have to provide me an electrical plug to charge the thing up, then I am happy to do that for you. I would even happily do an entire week of shows in my new Model X Tesla. I'm happy to do that. So if Elon Musk is watching the program, that's fine. Anything that you want promoted, if Toshiba or Samsung or Sony want to send me one of those 100-inch televisions, I'm happy to sit in front of the television with your logo on display and do several shows in front of that. Anything you want promoted at all. Anything at all. Now, what else could I have? Oh, caravans. If the Willoughby Caravan Company wanted to send me a brand new caravan to my Lincolnshire address, then I'm happy to promote your Willoughby caravans for an entire month. I will sit outside the caravan in various different positions promoting your caravan. Just for it will only cost you a caravan. That's not a bad deal, is it? Come on, Willoughby. Chop, dear. Send me over a caravan, please, to do that for you. And at the other end of the scale, toilet rolls. I get through quite a lot of those. If you are a toilet roll manufacturer and you want me to promote toilet rolls, I am happy to sit on the toilet surrounded by your beautifully quilted toilet paper, possibly some of them scented, unless, of course, you've got sensitive skin. If you've got sensitive skin, I would advise you not to buy the perfumed toilet rolls. Very bad. Very, very bad. It's like, and the perfume, the wet wipes. Don't put them down the toilet now, They are not, it says flushable. Yes, they're not flushable. They're not flushable. Test one out. Here's to test whether a wet wipe or not is flushable. First of all, do your business in the toilet. Then use a bit of toilet paper. And then with that used piece of toilet paper, place it in a glass and fill it with water. Now, next time you go, use a wet wipe type toilet paper. Again, place it in a glass, fill it with water, leave it there. See if it's disintegrated in a week. No. I mean, shake the glass if you want to. If you want to use rubber gloves, that's fine as well. Nice pair of marigolds. The paper will completely disintegrate within the space of a few minutes. The wet wipe will be there 3 months later. Dreadful. I don't know why they tell you that. So anyway, that's the start of the show. Thank you very much. Let's see who's with us this morning. Let's have a look at the old message board. Good morning. First message of the day on Facebook Live goes to Liam Manning. Congratulations, Liam. First message in this morning. Welcome along to the show, sir. Diane Jebb's there. John Parrish over on YouTube Live. Hello to the lovely Mari Lowe. Morning, Mari. Alan Bailey is in Sydney, Australia, who's putting some wonderful, wonderful pictures up. You really do, Alan. And, of course, I've seen most of the places that you're going to, or a lot of the places you're going to. I've seen them all before. I've been lucky enough to go 5 times to Australia, and I love it there. Bit hot though. You'll just be coming into very hot weather soon. You wait till you get to Christmas. It's the weirdest thing ever. I haven't been to Australia at Christmas. Christmas on the beach. How strange is that? Not a flake of snow in sight anywhere, is there? They're all going mad here. Oh, snows. The people keep reposting stupid weather reports. Oh, snow is on the way. Snow will be here by Tuesday. Yes, on the Scottish mountains. Hello? We want to know when the snow is coming into towns, down south, or even up north. Right up the top, on the Scottish mountains, it is snowing permanently. And if you come down a little bit from the mountains to places like Glasgow, you can live your life if you're a fan of rain, then Glasgow is the place to be. It rains every day. No, I lie. It were 2 days last year, it didn't rain. It rains every day in Glasgow, doesn't it, eh? Good morning to Gary Davidson. Jake Hook is in. Oh, I haven't seen your video yet, Jake. Good morning, Jake. I opened it last night while I was at work, so obviously I can't read it while I'm look at it while I'm doing the karaoke. Sorry about that, old boy. All right. I shall look later. Jake Hook is in the house. He does videos as well. Adrian Richardson. Good morning from Hillingdon Hospital with no fit nurses again. Oh, how awful. We had a nurse in last night. What was his name? Eric. I don't know if you saw a live stream last night. Eric. He young. He looks very young. He's probably about 30, I would guess. But he was a nurse last night. He came and sung, I think, 3 songs last night. Funny, last night we had a regular problem actually, whereas you start your karaoke on Friday night's case at 8:30. I host a karaoke on Fridays at 8:30 at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross, if you ever want to come along. So we started at 8:30. Immediately, people were there, ready to sing, and they put in several songs, which is great. And the list starts building, you see. And more people come in, and they go on to the end of the list. And then you carry on doing that. More people come in later, and we've got to the end of the list. We've gone back again. So you then slot those in, you see. Round about 10:30, and this is a 12 o'clock finish, okay? Right about 10:30, that list is really full up. And we might be able to slot 1 or 2 people in. If you're going to ask for a song, if you're going to walk into a place at 11:30, half an hour before the carry's due to start, it's not going to happen. And with these girls, and they said, and what happens is you get a group of, usually, I'm sorry, girls, it is you lot, usually. It's usually girls who will come up. Oh, can we sing? I'm ever so sorry, the lump is full up at the moment. Oh, can you not squeeze us in? Oh, not without pulling someone else out. We'll just do that then. No, it's not fair. Me. Millennials. I mean, I don't need to say anymore, do I? Millennials, dear. Again, always a big problem, millennials. I try not to talk to them, only when I'm at work, when I'm forced to. I don't talk to them. They are very, very strange people, millennials. So this girl come up and I said, no. And then another member of her group come up, said the same thing. Said, oh, well, we can't do that. Right? So then another one comes, and it's always the same. Every member of the group comes up in the thought that I'm going to be able to squeeze them out. Now, it's nothing to do with not wanting someone to come up and sing a song. We are simply full up. It's like a bus. Like a bus comes along, the door opens, it's absolutely jam-packed. You ain't getting on, mate. Not without taking someone else out. That's just how it is. So then I walk down. About 10 minutes later, it's now 10 to 12. We finish at 12. And as I'm walking to the bar to make myself a cup of tea, because I like to have a cup of tea on the way home, I take with me a plastic cup. And I make a cup of tea just sort of 20 minutes before I finish, and I put it in the car ready for my trip home. She says, do you think we could put a song in? I said, I'm really sorry, love, we're full up now. Oh, only the bar staff said you can. And I'm like, I stopped and I looked at her. I said, well, how does that work then? She said, well, they said you'd be able to take some more songs. I said, who's running the karaoke? I said, I'm not running the bar. I said, I don't think they did. So she probably lied. They lie through their bloody teeth, these people, to try and get their own way. Me all the time. What about all the people that have been sitting there since 8:30? You want to come in at 20 to 12, buy one drink. It's all about money. It's all about profits, dear. They've sat there since 8:30 and bought several drinks. You've come in, you're going to have one drink. No. Besides, it's not fair. Someone would have to come out, you see. So that's what happened last night. Let me have a look. Good morning to Colin's there. Colin's in the house. Good morning, Colin. Hello to Thomas over on Vaughan Live. Stevie Kiev. Is it okay to mail marshmallows through the post? I'm sure it is, Steve. We like marshmallows. Oh, hang on a minute. Have they got dead animal bits in them? Have they got... Oh, what's that stuff now? Oh. There's some sort of... Oh, I can't remember what it was now. Something in sweets that comes from dead animals. What's that stuff called? Someone will remember that in a minute. I think that's got marshmallows have got that in it, so I don't eat that. I'm a vegetarianism. I'm not a militant vegan. I just want to point that out. If you eat your steak and chips, that's up to you. I'm not going to come around and smash your door in, take the steak and shove it down your throat so that you suffocate. That's not me. That is not me. I'm quite happy with my plate of carrots. Thank you very much. I went to the Toby Carvery the other day. Didn't have any meat. Nice big plate of vegetables. Delicious, dear. And the roast potatoes. Oh, there is nowhere that does roast potatoes like the Toby Carvery. Absolutely delicious. Oh, I've just remembered I've forgotten to take my 10 o'clock pills. I should have had those before I started. Never mind. Let's have a look. Good morning to Katie Ann Patterson. Good morning. Joanna's there. Hello, Joanna. John likes the jacket. Thank you, John. This is an old one. I've had it a while now. Trig Wilson is in Canada. Our friends in Canada. Good morning, Trig. Katie loves your business. Do you love my business? My business. Aaron Kelly, good morning to you. Ants Galloway, where have you been? Have you been on yet another holiday? Where do you have all these holidays? Are you going with Guy somewhere? I think you're going to Thailand with Guy, aren't you? He likes Thailand. Gelatine, thank you very much, Jake. Gelatine is mashed up dead animals, squirted, mixed all up, and then put through some sort of sieve and then stuck in your children's sweets. Would you take a dead dog and shove it in your child's mouth? No. Well, that's what you're doing with the sweets. Haribo. And what? I don't understand Haribo. I mean, what are they? They're not even real sweets. They don't look like real sweets to me, Haribo. We were talking jelly tots. Jelly tots and, Mars bars. I can only dream of the day I'm able to eat a Mars bar without putting on 3 stone in weight. Mars bars. I may be tempted to have a Mars bar or two at Christmas. I can just there's only one pair of jeans I can get into at the moment. I haven't gone up a size yet, and I'm determined not to. Gelatine, thank you, Colin. Gelatine. Trig says it's getting colder and colder in Canada, starting to snow. Will you keep the... I hate snow. I hate snow. Oh, Katie loves the bus. I beg your pardon. I thought you said busyness. This is a bus. Can I just point out, Katie, this is not an actual real bus. It is a small model. Do you like it? Ding, ding. And this is a proper bus. Look, with no door on the back so that the snowflakes don't fall off. Oh, we can't have a bus with no door on the back. Someone might fall off. Pathetic people, dear. Pathetic snowflakes. We don't like them. Look there. Bus with no door on the back. That's how they used to be. Over on Periscope, good morning to Sam Davis, Josh Shebo, and Manilo. Is it Manilo? Really? Is Barry watching the show today? Anyone texting in messages? Yes, indeed. Good morning to Maureen. Morning, Maureen. Maureen brought us in another little packet of sandwiches yesterday. Oh, she's so good. And actually, Maureen, I'm here this morning because you brought sandwiches in. And I'll tell you why. Usually what happens on a Monday or a Friday after work, on a Monday, I drive to Lincolnshire, okay? It's 2.5 hours, 2 3/4 hours, something like that. So I might get there around about 1:45. I bring my stuff in because there's always stuff to bring from here to the caravan, whether it be just a few, not much now. There used to be loads of stuff, because I was moving stuff from there to there. Now it's basically just a bag of cloves, my pills, and what's the other thing? Oh, and my cool box with a few cool items, usually blueberries and some yogurts and things like that in there. And so I get there, I put the kettle on, and I start doing my dinner. Well, of course, I do my dinner. It's like 1:45, 2 o'clock. By the time I get to bed, it's like 3:15, 3:30 in the morning. So Tuesday, I'm so tired, I don't wake up till about 9:30 in the morning because it's been a long drive and it's late as well. Well, last week, I bought some sandwiches on the way up, which was not a pleasant experience. And I'll tell you why. Because I had to stand outside the blooming garage in the middle of Lincolnshire in the little window. Yeah, can I have a sandwich? But I hate that. I hate that so much. I like to walk in, dear, and be nice and warm. Or some old bag in a little window, probably with a fan eater at her legs. Oh, I hate it. Anyway, I mentioned this on last week's show, and then Maureen bought some sandwiches in. And on Monday night, that's Maureen who just texted in. And she said, I've done these for you so you don't have to queue up at the cold window. How nice is that? Do you know what I mean? So I had the sandwiches and I also bought 2 small bags of crisps. So, of course, by the time I got up there, well, I just bought I made a cup of tea, yeah. I bought my stuff in, drunk my tea, and I was in bed by 2:30. So Tuesday, I actually got up in time to do a show. Unfortunately, a lot went wrong Tuesday. I kept having trouble with my mobile internet up there, which I'll come to in a minute. As long as the auto glass, is it auto glass, the windscreen man? I'm waiting for him to come today. If you just joined the show, good morning to you. I may have to disappear suddenly because I'm waiting for a man to come around and fix a stone chip in the window, which is all free, incidentally. That's good, isn't it? Insurance company, all free of charge. A little man comes around. I don't know what he does. He puts some sort of glue in this tiny little, which has got 2 lines from it. I gather these lines can spread right across the window, so very dangerous. Anyway, so I did get up early enough Tuesday, but unfortunately, so many things went wrong that I had to deal with all those and I didn't do a show. Well, of course, the same last night. So Maureen turns up at the karaoke. She doesn't come every Friday. She comes some Fridays and every Monday. And she goes, I bought these for you. And she gave me another packet of sandwiches. Oh, thank you so much, Maureen. And they're so well done. She used to do them some time ago before I went to Slimming World. And I stopped eating them altogether, which I may have to do again. I don't know. But if it replaces a meal instead of being in addition to a meal, then I reckon that's all right. But we'll see what happens. And each sandwich, she puts it in a little plastic box, and every single sandwich is individually wrapped in a little plastic bag, and it's all lovely and fresh. It tastes like she's just cut the bread up with little bits of cheese, a little bit nice, and just the right amount of cheese in. Some people, they overload the cheese in their sandwiches. You can't even get your lips around it. No, just the right amount of cheese, and there's little tomatoes in there, a little bits of lettuce leaf, and 2 bags of crisps as well I got last night. So thank you, Maureen. And of course, so on the way home, just before I finished work, as I say, I told you I made a cup of tea. I've got that in the car, and I start munching away on my sandwiches while I made the mistake last night of going on the Euston Road. I don't usually take the Euston. So the place I work at, Central Station, is in North London. Now, to get back, the direct route is down Euston Road. It is one of the worst roads in the world. It doesn't matter what time you are, you'll get stuck in traffic. And one of the biggest problems on there, and I've mentioned so many times before, is the bloody Uber drivers in their Priuses. They have not a clue where they're going or how to drive. They are an absolute nightmare. And I just wish we could get them off the roads. They have not a clue. And they've got headphones on. They've all got earphones in. So if you beep, beep, they can't hear you. Now, that should be illegal. Wearing headphones in cars, I cannot believe that is not illegal. Have you seen them driving like that and tap, tap, tap on the phone? Some of them are watching the television on their phones. They are, because I've seen them. I've seen them watching television on the phones. These and they're Prius cars. They're all Uber drivers. Anyway, so I usually go down the Euston Road. No, I don't go down. I usually go round the back. So instead of turning right, I turn left. I go right round the back, through some houses. Then I go up towards Camden. And I go a bit further. And I'm not quite sure where I end up, but somewhere near a canal. And I kind of come... so I go right round and then back like that instead of going like that. But that's better. Last night, I thought to myself, I'll try the Euston Road tonight. Oh, what a mistake. What a mistake. Just inching forward, lanes closed, roadworks. Worst thing I ever did. So that put 10 minutes on the journey. Easy. So I won't do that again. Big mistake there. I don't drive down that Euston Road whenever. I just don't use that road anymore when I'm going home. It's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So there I am. Munching away at Maureen's, I was going to say Maureen's trainers then. I don't know why I was going to say that. Maureen's sandwiches and my crisps and my tea. And that was lovely. And of course I got back here, bought my stuff in, went to bed. Which is why I'm here this morning, because I didn't come in. And then it's like, to do dinner. Okay, it's probably about half hour, 40 minutes, something like that by the time it's all done. Then you've got to sit down and eat it as well. Put the telly on, you get involved in a programme. Before you know, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Then you go to bed. Of course, you get up late on Saturday. So that's why I'm here early, because you did sandwiches, Maureen, to be honest. So thank you very much for those, and it's much appreciated. All right. Adrian, what about the finger of fudge? I think you've had that before. A finger of fudge is just enough to give the kids a treat. I like fudge. That is my favourite sweet, fudge. And it is the worst thing ever you can have for weight loss, fudge. Worse than chocolate. They told us that. Linda at Slimming World told me fudge is the worst one you can possibly have. So don't have it, whatever you do. All right. I'm not missing any of these messages, am I? Just a moment. Good morning to Dino. Morning, Dino. Tutti Fruities. Oh, yeah. Oh, Dino said, have you moved? No, I spend half my time in Lincolnshire and half in Berkshire now. But yes, I'll probably move up north at some point to Lincolnshire. That will happen at some point. When? Couldn't tell you. It won't be next week. It won't be next month. Do you know what I mean? But I couldn't tell you when. At some point, I will move up north. I'm sure I will. All right. Did I see Ray Reynolds there? Has he written a message? I think he just appeared. He's there, but he hasn't. Oh, there he is. Good morning to Ray Records. Hiya, honky tonks. Hiya, honky tonks to you, Mr. Ray Reynolds. That was right at the top there. Why did I miss that? Did it not come up on that one? Just a second. Sometimes so many messages come through that it's difficult to keep up. Now, did that appear on there? No, it didn't appear on the other one. Look at that, Ray. Sometimes Ray's messages don't get in for some reason. I've got, like, a place where all the messages should come to. Sometimes it misses out the early ones. Could you just type in another message, Ray, and I'll see if it comes back up on there. All right, I want to check that it comes up on there. It might be the old early thing. Good morning to Aaron Kelly. I had a message on Thursday's show, actually, from SDCM, who texted in a message, and I completely missed this on the text message thing with the numbers up there. All right, so good morning to you. Simon Keane says, diesel at Morrison's Newcastle under Lyme is £1.29, Mr. Chop Chop. Oh, I don't know what diesel is. I'm petrol. I was surprised. Last time I filled up was Tuesday, and that was at Asda in Boston, in Lincolnshire, 117.9. And I gather it's coming down again at Asda, 117.9 at Asda in Boston. which is amazing, really. I've seen petrol. I mean, on the M1, my God, 150. 150. Sainsbury's, I think, are about 121 at the moment. It's just there's still places charging 132. The worst place you can fill out is a BP garage. Why are they so expensive? BP garages. And I keep getting emails from I think it's American Express or it might be Sainsbury's Nectar points. One of the two telling me if I fill up at BP, I will get double points. What? Well, it's not worth an extra 10 pence a litre, mate. I don't think so. So you're giving me 0.111 of a pence. You know, so I spend an extra 10 pence a litre. I don't think that's going to happen. They're so expensive. BP garages, aren't they? It wasn't always like that. Very, very strange. No, Ray. Your messages do not come up on the other system. I can see it on there, but I can't see it on there. I wonder how you're sending your messages. Can't be anything to do with you. It's come up directly on there, but it hasn't come up on there. Is that strange? Let me just type something. I'm going to just type hello. Don't reply to that, peoples, because I want to see if that resets it. I don't know. Try again, Ray. That's not your messages. Don't come up with everyone else. Good morning, Mary. Ah, Mary's there. Good morning. See, Mary's messages are coming in. Good morning, Mary. Non-Irish Mary in Ireland is in the house. Greetings, Mary. Greeting. My sister had this. What was it yesterday? And it reminded me of one of your hair jobs. And I said, oh, that's it. My sister had her haircut. I said, she had the Dougal look. Do you know the Dougal? You know Dougal from the Magic Roundabout? She had her hair like that. I said, I see you've gone for the Dougal look. And she looks at me. She said, what do you mean? I said, Dougal from the Magic Roundabout, where he had their hair like that. Now, I don't think you've had that, Mary. Mary's favourite hairdo for me is the Scottish Terrier look. I love that one. That is my favourite by far, Mary. The Scottish Terrier look. Ray, I've got you now. I've got that now, Ray. Your second test has come through, Ray, I'm pleased to say. Did you use a different method to type that time? Simon Keane also writes, Mr. Chop Chop, just seen an episode in Celebrity I'm a Jungle, Get Me Out of Here, or whatever it's called, trial. He said, well, I don't know those two. They were also on about passing wind as well. I was at a posh party when I trumped. A man said, oi, how dare you fart in front of my wife? I said, oh, I'm awfully sorry, old bean. I didn't know it was her turn. It's the way I tell him. It's the way I tell him. Diesel at Morrison's apparently is 129, and we've done that one. Have I gone back here? Mr. Chop Chop, I was in a restaurant, and when the meal arrived, I called the waiter over. I said, oi, over, what's this? To which he replied, it's cottage pie. So I said, well, I just chewed on some brickwork. Brickwork, oh dear. Have you seen the 9-foot boa constrictor on the loose in Boston, Lincolnshire? Don't approach it, it's dangerous. He comes out with some very, very strange things. Where's my blooming windscreen, man? It's outrageous. They're not wigs, are they? Are they wigs? I thought that was your actual hair, Mary. How do you style it as a Scottish Terrier? I think it's fun. I think you should try the Yorkshire Terrier look. I think that's similar to the Scottish Terrier look. You couldn't be a Chihuahua. You can't do the Chihuahua look. You've got to be a bit small for that. I could be a Chihuahua, you know. Aren't they noisy old things? Nasty little things, Chihuahua. Mind you, I'd rather have a row with a Chihuahua than one of those awful outstations that the fat bloke up the road's got. Oh, he runs a security firm. He's got these vans outside, dogs in transit, canine unit. Wow. Great big fat bloke he is. He walks on with his two evil dogs. And they are nasty. As soon as they see me, they start growling and barking. I hate them. But it's not the dogs. It's not the dogs. It's how they're brought up. I suppose they're security dogs. You know. Thank you, Ray. Liking Barry's leatherette jacket. There's Barry Manilow there. You will. I bet there's a few of you out there who, when the month changes, the first thing they do, they're not interested in anything I've got to say. or anything like that. They look to see what's wrong. John Parrish is one of them. Is it you, John, or is it the other? No, Roy Brownlow. I take that back, John. Roy Brownlow's one of those. He looks to see if there's something wrong and then points it out. And that's all he does. And one of the first things they do is look at the calendar to see if I've remembered to turn it over to December. And I have. So, no. Look. Barry Manilow in his leatherette. It's a leatherette jacket. Is leatherette leather? I hope it's not real leather. It's outrageous. Using the skin of dead animals all over you. Oh, dear, dear me. Not nice. So, Ray, we're getting your messages now. Isn't that good news? Thank you. Good. On Thursday, after I'd been swimming, I don't know if I told you, I got some. I had a phone call, and it was my niece. She said, "Oh, could you pick us up some chips on the way back?" You see, this is where the Slimming World thing falls apart. I had no intention of buying chips. No intention of two. On my way to the swim pool, could you get us some chips on the way back? Yeah, I suppose so. So I got her chips. She wanted chips and curry sauce. Oh, no, dear. Oh, God. No, I have chips and baked beans and another portion of chips from somewhere else. So on the way back from the swimming pool, I went into, well, I went directly to my niece's hairdresser's. There she was, busy, cutting away. And I didn't see who was in the chair, funnily enough. Anyway, so I've walked in, and my brother-in-law, Martin, and my sister are there as well. I said, well, I didn't know you were there. You could have had some chips as well. And Martin, he's on a bit of a no carb. Him and my sister are on a no-carb diet. I can't remember if my brother-in-law, he's either got diabetes or he's very close to it. I think he's had it and dieted his way out of it. So he's not supposed to have certain things. I, myself, shouldn't have certain things because I've been trying to keep the weight off. You know, it's 10:30. I really should take those pills. Can you wait a minute while I go and take my pills? Do you mind? Do you mind? Otherwise, I'm going to miss my time slot. Is there a little bit of music I could play while I'm doing that? One moment, please. Let's see if we can play just a little bit of music while I'm going, because I'm well late for my pills. Yesterday morning, I had them at 9:30. I'm supposed to take them within an hour, you see. And so now it's coming up to an hour now, isn't it? And I can't see any sign of me shutting up soon. Let's have a look. Shall we have the flute music? You hate the flute music, don't you? Let me play the flute music for you. Hang on, where is it? I'm going to play the flute music. Oh, I have to be careful what I can play you because of copyright things, you see. Where is it now? Is that it? That's the one there. Right, I'm going to play you the flute music. You'll only get a little bit of this just while I go and have my pills. All right, here we go. Here we go. The flute music. Flute music. Oh, I love that music, you see. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like that tune. Anyway, I've had my pills. Oh, dear. I have about an hour either side of the time, and I'm just about coming up to time now. You know, you don't want me to peg out in front of you, do you? Eh? Must take them very quickly. Good. Adrian's looking for his drugs as well. Have you lost your pills, Adrian? Have you? John doesn't like. Oh, it's not new. No, I did correct myself, John. I did correct myself. Colin, I took my tablets 2 hours ago. Good lad. Diane likes the flute music. Well, maybe we should go back to playing that in future, the flute music. I do like it, dear. So, anyway, going back to the story there. So, my sister and Martin are sitting there. I said, well, you could have had chips. And Martin turns round. And we're all sitting in there because it's my niece's hairdressers, you see. It's like a family outing going there. I don't know what the people think that who are having their hair cut in there when this bloke turns up with loads of chips. Martin and Sharon are eating sandwiches. Martin's turned around, he said, oh, well, I've got something much more healthy here, and turns around with this sandwich laden with cheese and mayonnaise. I said, well, it's just as bad as the bloody chips, that is, dear. One of those sandwiches, I think I'm correct in saying there's more, if not more, there's the same, if not more, Slimming World sins in a pre-packaged sandwich as there is in a bag of chips with beans on the top. Yes. Sitting there all holier than thou. Oh no, I've got something much more healthy. Then he has, and then opens a bag of crisps. Well, at least I didn't have the crisps. Not on that occasion, anyway. So we've had the chips, which were all very nice. And then the person who's having the haircut turns around. Only turns out it's my nephew's wife. I said, I didn't know you were sitting there. And I kind of wondered why she didn't have any chips. Why didn't anyone else order chips? But there we are. So we had ours. They looked at mine. I don't share chips. Don't ever, ever come up to me and say, can I have one of your chips? I might buy you a bag of chips. Okay? I'm very, very generous like that. I've bought chips for people all over the world. I have, love. I have bought chips for people all over the world. I might buy you some chips if you ask for some, but don't ever say, can I have one of your chips? Because what I will do is chew. Yeah, do you want one? You are not having one of my chips, ever. I hate that. I don't want any. I just have one of yours. No, you won't have one of mine. You won't have one of my chips. John says, is that you on the harp? No. It's a nice piece of music, John. We used to use that music. You know the opening video? Probably a couple of years ago now. That was the music that was on it. And the endless complaints. I had endless complaints about that. And it's strange about that. Let's have a look. Brian James, good morning. Just had to do an obstacle course with my dog. Oh, Christ. Well, good luck to you, mate. Was it a nightmare? I haven't got a dog. No dogs here, I'm afraid. I'm a cat person. Now, that's interesting. Your message hasn't come back up again. I can see it, Ray, because I'm looking at the other screen now. But you see, the problem is that I don't have the other screen up when I'm Lincolnshire. So I have a feeling for some reason, all your messages don't cover. I can see everyone else's messages here, but not yours. I don't know why that is, mate. It's coming up there, but that's. I wouldn't normally have that open there. I've got it here. Your messages should come here, but they don't. And everyone else's, I can see Diane's, I can see Brian, everyone's but yours. Isn't that strange, Ray? Veronica on Vaughan Live says, do you read the cat? The cats? What? The chat? Yes, Veronica, I do if you're interesting. Only if you're interesting. I do if you're interesting, yes. But you haven't sent anything else, so why are you asking me? Is it okay for me to part? Why are you asking me that if I read the chat? Of course I do. Yeah, but not always. Not always. Generally, if some people like to talk to each other as well, don't worry about your type, and I can probably work it out, my love. It's not a spelling test. We don't worry about that. All right, my sweetheart. Ray, I've ordered Tom Edwards' book from Amazon. It's due on the 18th. Was the flute music before that? No, other channel. No, it was on the other channel. That's all right. Strange. Yeah, Ray, now I've got that now. Strange and Mysterious. I've got that, but I didn't get the thing about Tom Edwards' book. Strange and mysterious. It is strange and mysterious. So we've had my chips, and then if you've been watching the show, you know I've been having problems with my Wi-Fi plugs in the caravan. I bought these fantastic Wi-Fi plugs, okay, a little mobile internet thing from Vodafone, and I've been losing connection with them, and I thought, and eventually we worked out that I'd run out of data on the Vodafone little mobile Wi-Fi thing. So I loaded some more on Tuesday morning. I thought, right, that'll sort it. And then it seemed to start working. At my sister's hairdresser's, I thought I'll turn, because it was a bit chilly on Tuesday, so I thought I'll turn on the heaters in the caravan before I get there. I've loaded up the app. Can't see the heaters. Now, I'm going to show you this. If you missed the show a while ago, you wouldn't have seen this. Here is the app. There we are. The app is there. That's the app. Okay. And you'll see 3 plugs come up. There they are. And you see these little buttons there. Okay. That's how I turn them on and off. I can actually turn on my electric fan heaters and convector heater and oil heater in my caravan by pushing one of those. Right? Now, if there's no buttons there, those buttons aren't there, then I've lost communication with them. And it happened again Tuesday. I thought, oh, God, because I've had a lot of trouble with this. I thought, oh, I can't believe this. So I went back to the caravan and I thought, I want to sort this out now. This was in addition to all the other problems I had Tuesday. I beg your pardon. This was Wednesday, wasn't it? Was it Wednesday? No, it was. I think this was Wednesday. This was all happening on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? No, Thursday. It was Thursday. This all happened on Thursday. And I thought, well, I've just spent £20 and put another 3 gig on there. It can't be using 3 gig just to turn on and off some plugs. And I think it was John Parrish actually who explained, sent me a private message, or Roy, one of the two. I don't know why I get confused with you two. Sent me explaining how these plugs kind of work, and they don't use much data at all, right? And I logged onto the thing, and it said, and logged on to the internet, and it said my Vodafone thing had 0.1 thing. So I thought it had only used 0.1 of the 3 gig. When I thought, well, that don't look right. I'll log on with my computer to the mobile Wi-Fi, because I don't use the mobile Wi-Fi to do the shows. I use my free data on here. But I can't use that to work the plugs, because I'd have to leave the phone in the caravan all the time. That's why I've got to have a separate thing for that. So I've logged onto this thing and I've managed to communicate with the Wi-Fi thing, but I can't get on the internet. I thought, there must be something wrong with that then. Fortunately, I had a 3, as in the 3 telephone network. I had a 3 mobile thing, which I'd been using some time ago. So I got that out. Of course, there's no credit on that. So then I put another 15 quid on that. And this is all building up now, dear. I mean, it sounds like only 15 quid, which is acceptable. But remember, I put 20 quid on 2 days before that. That's 35. And 20 last week. That's 55 quid. And it shouldn't be that. That shouldn't happen. So I've done the mobile thing, right? I've set up my 3 mobile thing. Okay, so I put, and this all takes time, doesn't it? You know, I've set that up. I've put credit on that and connected it, and then I couldn't find the Wi-Fi code. Oh Christ! Of course, different code. You know. So I've rung up 3, and I said I don't know what my Wi-Fi password is. You know, eventually they answered. Actually, it didn't take long. About 5 minutes before they answered. 3 network. I said, can't find my Wi-Fi code. Okay, she said, have you got the SIM number? I said, oh, no, not without opening the box. She said, well, could you get that? I thought, oh, Christ. So I've gone to get my little Wi-Fi box, little white thing it is, open the back, and what's written on the back of the Wi-Fi box? The password. You know, whatever it is, 123WX712. It's always a string of letters and numbers that you couldn't possibly guess. I said, I think I've sorted out my own problem here. I found it. Okay, she said, that's fine. So then I put in the code on my laptop, and it started working straight away. I thought, brilliant. Now my sockets will work again. Yeah! No, they won't, because you've set them up with the other router. So then I had to go through the whole rigmarole of resetting up my Wi-Fi plugs. I've got 3 of them. But eventually, and you have to reset them because they are set up with the other thing. So you go through this thing. Oh, these are already set up. Do you want to reset them? Push the button here and start again. Oh, so I had to do that 3 times. And then they started working. And you give each thing a name. Right? Each plug you've given a name. So living room fan heater, living room convector heater, bedroom oil heater. Okay? Everything's got a name. You can't have them all on at the same time because in a caravan, you've only got 16 amps coming in, right? Little calculation for you here. If a fan heater draws 2 kilowatts of electricity on a 240 volt power supply, that is approximately 4 amps. I think that's approximately, or is it 8? I think it's approximately 8 amps. It's something around that. So you can only really have 2 on at a time. That's why I've got this thing, you see. So I've done that, and then I thought, I wonder if I can, have a look at the settings in my little MiFi thing. Everything's working now. Right? Gone on the MiFi thing, and it says, device name, who are we, something like that. Do you want to change the name? I thought, oh, that's a good idea. I'll change the name of the device. So I did. And immediately the internet went off. And I thought, oh no. By changing the name of the device, you've got to tell the computer that you've changed the name of the device and re-put in the password. Now, fortunately, I'd taken a photograph of the password, which was on the mobile phone. So I put that in, changed the name, and that all connected. I thought, there we go, we're working again. And then it suddenly occurred to me, hang on a minute. If the computer then had to have its name changed, so do all your plugs. And guess what I had to do? All over again within the space of like 20 minutes of setting them up. Yes, that's right. I had to reset the whole bloody lot of them again and reset them up with that because I decided to change the name of the Wi-Fi thing. How stupid was I? And the change, you don't need to change the name of it at all, just for like vanity purposes possibly, and created all that hassle. Anyway, it's working now. It's been up and running now for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 2.5, 3 days it's been up and running. I've been on several times to check how much data is being used, and it's hardly any at all. So I think I hope and pray that problem is now sorted. I really do. Something went wrong with the Vodafone. I don't know if for some reason it couldn't get on the internet properly. That probably happened last time, my guess is. I probably didn't indeed have to buy any new data at all for it. That's my guess. It was probably malfunctioning, but I'll just, fingers crossed it'll all work perfectly. Certainly at the moment, I've just logged on now and I can see all my plugs. So that means I can turn them on and off. Because let me tell you, those caravans are bloody cold in the winter. They really are. And when I'm getting there at like sort of 1:45, 2 o'clock in the morning, my God, it is so cold. And you want to turn those heaters on an hour and a half before you get there, so it gets warm at least a little bit. And then once you're in, you go in and you turn the gas fire on. I mean, the gas fire is so much better than the electrical heaters. I will say that it's much, much warmer with the gas fire on. But unfortunately, you can't turn that on by remote control, can you? No, it's just one of those things. Unless you have gas central heating and that. My mate's got that Hive. Very good. I have to say, very good. I could do with the Hive here, actually, now, to be honest. And because just before I go away, I turn all the heating right down to 10 degrees. Okay? Just to stop everything getting frozen and all that. So it goes down to 10 degrees. When I come back here on a Friday night, Saturday morning, of course, it's still on 10 degrees. I can't turn it up. So you can get in here and it'd be quite cool. Oh, that might be the bloke. Just a minute. Hello? Morning, Gary. You on your way, are you, mate? Oh, okay. I'll come out and see you. All right. Thanks, mate. Bye now. Bye. Well, that's the windscreen bloke, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to go. Just to let you know that I think my plugs are working and all that. Thank you very much for all your messages. I'm sorry to have to go very quickly, but there's a bloke waiting outside to do my windscreen. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning at 11:30. Thanks for watching and listening, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye now.